What is up, guys? It's Cartman here, and you're watching WGS-TV.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZenFixTV. I'm WB Billy Boudreaux, being joined by the man from South Park, simply known as Cartman. Cartman, how you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
We're going to take a look at main event for the week of November 28, 2012. This week's featured bout was John Cena and Damien Sandow. And as far as I know, Cartman, this is the very first time that Cena and Sandow have ever even worked a match together. I can't even recall any instances.
Can I.
Yeah, any other instances like where they've had like a tag match or anything like that. So, being the first time we've seen these two work together, they worked really well together. I mean, not too many botches, but it's Cena and Sandow. They're both very talented. It was a very good, entertaining match. Not quite the hype that Dolph Ziggler and The Miz got the previous week, but Cartman, I gotta figure, they did the best they could.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my only gripe about this match is why in the world did they have Damien Sandow do 4 cartwheels during the progression of this match? It's just like they think they can pass Damien Sandow off as Lanny Poffo, and I just don't see the point forward. I mean, the only person who's ever really had a cartwheel as part of his gimmick was Lanny Poffo, and I believe it should stay that way. Stay there in the past. And apparently WWE thinks that if they could stick that part of Lanny Poffo's gimmick onto Damien Sandow, you can make it work. Now, I will say this: at some points, in some instances, yeah, it can work. But honestly, Cartman, I feel there's such a phrase as too much of a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, you're right.
The finish came when Damien Sandow was attempting his neckbreaker finisher. Cena used his strength to counter it before the neckbreaker could impact him, and immediately countered into the STF, where Damien Sandow immediately tapped out. John Cena gets the win. We were hoping for an after-match promo from Damien Sandow with Josh Matthews, and all we had was Josh Matthews just reading a letter supposedly that Damien Sandow wrote, saying that Cena, him losing to Cena didn't change his perspective. It only went to prove the fact that John Cena is a false idol leading a mindless flock. And of course he ended, "You're welcome." But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt on this one, Cartman. I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 on this one because it did have some appeal to it. I mean, it was John Cena's first, his debut on WWE's main event for Ion Television, and first time working with Damien Sandow. You gotta figure, even though Damien Sandow's been in the WWE for a few months, to be working with such a guy, like your top guy in the company, like John Cena, 10-time former WWE champion, basically at some points calling him, WWE's poster boy, getting a chance to work with that top guy, sometimes some people do get pre-match jitters, and, I wouldn't be surprised if Sandow had that, but he still worked a really good match with Cena. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, you're right, he did.
So how would you score this match?
Just like you, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. It was a really good match, though.
This week's secondary match was Antonio Cesaro taking on Zack Ryder. This is basically current United States champion taking on the former United States champion. Now, like I said on my Raw review of Sheamus and Antonio Cesaro, in that match, Sheamus really made Antonio Cesaro look good. Even though Cesaro got beat, he still made him look good, and that was the purpose of putting someone over. And it carried over into this match with Zack Ryder. Now, Zack Ryder kind of held his own in a sense. Like I said, he is a former United States champion. But Cesaro, again, I think has a better push than Ryder does right now, even though Ryder is sporting the new Ghostbusters gimmick logo. For those of you who haven't seen his new gear, he's got like a Ghostbusters version of it, and just like
yeah, I was questioning that during Raw. I was questioning what the hell was with the new ring gear from Ryder. I didn't quite get that.
Like I said in my Raw review, I think it was just WWE's attempt to create new merchandise to sell for Zack Ryder. That's why they
Make more money.
Yeah, make more money and off of new ring gear. But again, Ryder still looked good in this match. I love the spot when Ryder was doing the springboard. He's going to do a crossbody on the outside, and Cesaro counters into that European uppercut. That was a brutal spot, and Cesaro just knows when and where to pull that spot out and make it look awesome. He did it against Sheamus, countering Sheamus's battering ram into that European uppercut on Monday Night Raw, and he did the exact same thing with Zack Ryder when he counters Zack Ryder's springboard crossbody on the outside. And whenever he pulls that spot out, and it's always an epic spot, and he knows what he is doing with that. Finish came with Cesaro nailing the neutralizer on Zack Ryder, gets the victory, but then goes to cut a promo, and my initial thought was, and it would be confirmed that this would be a lead up to next week's featured bout, and that's exactly what happened. Cesaro gets on the microphone, cuts a promo saying that he is the best champion in the WWE, and out comes Kofi Kingston, the current Intercontinental Champion, to kind of dispute the fact that Cesaro says, or claims, that he is the best champion in the WWE, and basically wants him to put his money where his mouth is. So next week's featured bout on WWE Main Event will be the Intercontinental Champion Kofi Kingston versus the United States Champion Antonio Cesaro. Now think back, guys, we've already had this match one time already, and we did not have a clean finish. So I guess a lot of people are wondering, who is the better champion? Is the Intercontinental Champion a better champion, or is it the United States Champion? I guess we'll probably have our answer on next week's WWE Main Event. My score for Antonio Cesaro and Zack Ryder and the promo following the match, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I think it was still a good match for Cesaro and Zack Ryder. Again, I love the spot where he pulls the European uppercut out of nowhere. You never know when he's going to hit it, and he did it with Zack Ryder, and it's always a vicious spot, and that's the kind of spots that I like in wrestling because it makes it more entertaining to watch. And, of course, the promo after the match for Cesaro and Kofi Kingston, I thought that was a good build. Still not up to the level when we had Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, because that promo the week before their match was absolutely epic. But, again, Tony Cesaro and Kofi Kingston are nowhere near the mic skills of The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. But I still think it was okay enough to give it a granted a 4 out of 5, wouldn't you say, Cartman?
Yeah, exactly. It was okay. It wasn't okay. The match was pretty good. It was just way too obvious who was going to win. It wasn't like it was difficult to figure out who was going to win. It was painstakingly obvious that it was going to be, wow, I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah,
it was painstakingly obvious that Cesaro was going to win. It was too obvious.
Overall score Main Event this week, obviously it's going to get a 4 out of 5. The matchup with Cena and Sandow was good. Again, it was the first time these two worked together, and they worked it really, really well. And the secondary match with Antonio Cesaro and Zack Ryder, I still liked it, even though it was kind of obvious it was going to go over. But I love the spot when Cesaro pulls the European uppercut as a counter to anything high-flying. I mean, whenever he does that, it is an epic counter to it. I love seeing that. And the aftermatch promo with Cesaro and Kofi Kingston to lead into next week's main event should be a very interesting match. Again, the Intercontinental Champion versus the United States Champion. Which champion will go over, and and will that kind of tell us, will that kind of give us a sign as to which championship does the WWE actually prefer? If they have the Intercontinental Champion go over, does that mean that they prefer the Intercontinental title to the United States title? Or if they put the United States Champion over on the Intercontinental Champion, does that tell us that the WWE prefers the United States Championship to the Intercontinental Championship? Maybe I'm just making something out of nothing here, Cartman, but, it's a question that, someone's got to ask it,
Yeah.
So, your overall score and thoughts on main event this week?
Pretty good. I mean, Cesario, what's the name? Cesario and Ryder match. Again, it was pretty good. It's kind of giving it a little. It was pretty good at best because, like I said, it was painstakingly obvious who was going to win. It didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out who's going to win as soon as the bell rung.
Yeah, but you got to love that spot where he pulls the European uppercut as a counter to anything high flying. I mean, he did it to Sheamus on Monday Night Raw, and he did it tonight against Zack Ryder with the springboard crossbody on the outside.
Yeah, you gotta like that. I was gonna give it a 3 out of 5 only because it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure out who was gonna win as soon as they announced Zack Ryder was facing Cesario. But because of the European, because of what he did with that, I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 5. And overall, my thoughts for main event: good show. Some things were better than others. Overall, I'd probably have to say, overall as an entire show, probably a 4 out of 5.
So what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on WWE main event this week. Be sure you put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Cartman has his own YouTube channel, youtube.com/KillerXKenny. Cartman, what you been up to on your channel as of late?
I have been uploading wrestling reviews. I might go record one for main event. I'm not sure if I don't. There's at least gonna be a Raw review one up every single week. I've been uploading Minecraft every single week, so if you like Minecraft, go subscribe to my channel. My Minecraft world is kick-ass. So, yeah, and then other than that, it's just basically whatever I feel like uploading.
So again, that's youtube.com/KillerXKenny, and don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So for the man simply known as Cartman, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux saying thank you very much for watching, and you're welcome.
Hi, I'm Chris Master 1, and you've been watching WGS-TV on YouTube. Be sure and check out the Friday Night Renegade show every Friday from 10 to midnight Eastern, only on GCSUradio.com. And remember, keep on rocking, folks. Oh, check out my YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/ChrisMaster1. We'll see you on the next episode of WGS-TV.